let's talk sound design. And we're going to be going over a short film that I am making for Artlist. It's 1 minute long and for a contest where anybody can win up to $10,000 in prizes for filmmaking gear. So let's get into it. I'm Lance Munguia. Welcome to my new YouTube studio. If you don't know me, I'm an independent filmmaker now for over 25 years. I've worked in just about every cinematic medium, from theatrical films, television, music videos, and documentaries.
If I were you, I'd run!
If you were me, you'd be good looking.
My first film, Six String Samurai, is being re-released in 4K this May. Yes. Super happy about that one.
Bye-bye!
And lately I've been making documentaries, the first of which was Third Eye Spies.
If you had an ability to be able to remotely perceive stuff any place in the world, that could be an extraordinary intelligence source.
And The Phenomenon, which I produced and co-wrote and edited for director James Fox.
Ongoing UFO incursions at nuclear weapons sites.
Are you saying that there's some evidence that still hasn't seen the light of day?
I'm saying most of it hasn't seen the light of day.
These things are real, they're here, this is happening now.
Both placed in the top 5 on iTunes doc charts just recently.
I knew this was breaking news for the front page of the New York Times.
My God!
The Phenomenon is the #1 spot on iTunes docs right now. I don't know about you, but I'm tired of waiting for other people to give me permission to be creative. I'm here to explore with you my creative ideas, musings about life, art, new technology, and our collective potential as human beings, and in particular as the teller of our own stories. And telling stories involves having access to high-quality music and sound effects. Every little track that you see here all has to be cleared, which means that it has to be licensed, it has to be looked at, possibly by lawyers. Sometimes the process takes months, and it's very expensive. And frankly, for me as a documentary filmmaker, it's a nightmare. Artlist and Artgrid do all of the clearances for you, and they provide you a worldwide license that massively simplifies life, whether you're worried about copyright on YouTube or a theatrical film release. Recently, I went into full force with something called virtual production, which I'm going to get into later. It requires whole worlds and their sound design to be built from scratch. That led me to Artlist and Artgrid.io, because I know exactly what a pain it is to try and find good music and good stock footage. I was beyond stoked when I found out how powerful their subscription service is. When I was making Third Eye Spies, I spent months and months looking for stock footage and sound effects and music. During the Phenomenon edit, we literally paid $300 for a license for one shot we needed. For the price of a single license I bought in one day making the Phenomenon, Artgrid gives you annual access to an enormous library of sweet stock footage. And Artlist gives you all of the music and the sound cues and effects, and that once you download, you actually own it forever. And if you order Artlist through my affiliate links below, you'll actually get 2 free months of subscription service. That offer is what got me personally to sign up for Artlist before I was an affiliate. They're putting out a challenge right now to produce and sound design a 1-minute short using their music and effects only by May 5th. I'll link the details below.
Welcome to the Artlist Sound Effects Challenge. This challenge is all about creative storytelling through sound design. So make your videos come to life with Artlist music and sound effects for a chance to win your share of $10,000 in prizes. So what can you win? For this challenge, we're giving away G-Wing gimbals, lighting setups from Nanlite, studio monitors and headphones from Atom Audio, Rode microphones, sound interfaces from Focusrite, lighting gear from LoomCube, a professional post-production monitor from Dell, an editing keyboard and mouse from Logitech, and of course Artlist subscriptions and merch.
If you're interested in checking out Artlist or Artgrid.io, please use one of my affiliate links in the description, because I will make a small percentage when you purchase their services, and that's going to allow me to keep building this channel full-time, just creating, doing what I love doing, making movies. You can even get a free trial of Artgrid or Artlist, and you can use all the footage you want with a watermark on it, so you can participate in this contest or in anything that you have going. And even if you watch this video long after the contest is over, I'm about to give you some really relevant information that is going to help you no matter what you're trying to sound design. So we're going to go really in depth into the sound design I'm using for my entry in this contest. It's going to be kind of like a crib note for you. So stick around and we're going to get really into it now. And please bear with me. It's my new edit setup, and it's also the first time that I'm using this program, OBS. So it's like the way that I switch all this stuff. So hopefully this will go smoothly. Let's start by going to my YouTube page. Please subscribe if you have not. Lots of new interesting stuff coming up soon. Artlist.io. So this is what you get. You know, they're always putting up new stuff. The thing that I really love about the way that this works is you can look by mood, you know, and you can see, you know, like what different things: exciting, powerful, epic, uplifting. Let's see what uplifting has. Let's see, running around. That's nice. I love how you can kind of scroll through the music, you know, on occasion. And in addition to moods, you can also go by themes. So I can look for different types of videos I'm doing. If I'm doing a travel video, you know, if I'm doing a road trip or something like that, you know, there's different music for that. Just a massive amount of different types. There's you can go by instrument. You know, so I can do, you know, backing vocals if I'm a DJ or if I'm putting together my own score. I've got my own sort of vocals to add to that. You could actually add to some of this stuff. You can go with genre, and you can look at the different genre things if I want to do some sort of rodeo piece, or if I just like country music. And another thing about Artlist is that they apparently pay their artists really well. So, I mean, hell, this is, I grew up in Bakersfield. Drunk as hell. And you can also go to sound effects. So you've got a whole library of sound effects, which we're going to get into in a little while. So you pick your genre. You know, you've got transitions, you've got stuff for logos, you know, cinematic impacts. Nice. Download it by clicking the cart button over here. It will go directly into my library. And then I literally own this music for worldwide licensing, regardless of what I'm going to use it for life, you know, whether I continue on with the subscription or not. That's the thing that really blows me away. So every few days, I'll just go on here to the site and I will literally just look around and find some music I like, and then that's what I'll listen to in the morning. All right, so let's find something specific to this contest video that I'm going to do. I like to start with music, so that's where we're going to start, and we will then go find some imagery that I think matches the music. You can do it the other way. That's how I like to start. That one's probably a little bit too monotonous. I want something that will be more in your face. You know, music is really a great way to tell stories, and you know, with the right lyrics, with the right feeling, you can build so much in your imagination, and you can also edit to that. So I like to put the music first, and then I like to build it up slowly from there. Magic. This is nice. I dig this. I've got a nice start. Great vocals, top notch. I did music videos for, you know, half a minute, and this is a hit. You know, I dig this song. It's a hit. Let's use it for sure. Chorus, man, it's awesome. All right, so that's Artlist. Now let's go find some footage. Now, you don't have to use artgrid.io's footage. You can use any footage you want, at least for this contest. But I really want to just play with their footage. So let's go to Artgrid and let's check out what they have. I've never seen another site with so many high-quality shots. I mean, look at this. This is like some sweet stock footage. I mean, look at that car chase. But what's so cool about this is that it's not just that one shot. You know, look at this. I got a whole scene. There's 163 shots in this one collection. I mean, look at that. You got stunt drivers? What? That's freaking nuts, man. Look at all these shots. Look at this. What is this? The Godlight, man. Very Spielbergian. Beautiful, like he's reaching out for something. I love this. I actually genuinely love this. This is like beautiful right here. There's a story here. There's a story here. I don't know what it is yet. You can also just go and find out who did this, click on his name, and if you like the dude's photography, you can see everything else that he has done. Look at all of this stuff that he's done. This guy is a brilliant photographer. I mean, cinematographer. He's ballerina. Let's see. There's a short that I love that I saw in film school called 9 Variations on a Dance Theme. And it's literally just this woman in this one pose going over this whole ballet routine for, I think, 7 minutes. Here it is, 9 Variations on a Dance Theme. Just play a little short clip of it. Look at that. Just love that. Love that editing. Love that editing. It teaches you about human form and elegance. And just speaks to me about human potential and beauty in a graceful manner. You know, yet it's sexy too. It's like, and it's just the edits. It's boom, 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 boom. Lovely. I recommend you check out the entire short, 9 Variations on a Dance Theme. It's on YouTube. 7 minutes with a single movement of ballet, but it's edited over and over and over again from different angles, and it creates just this incredible dance through the editing. And with editing, you can do anything. I mean, editing, you know, is unlike any other art form when it comes to storytelling, because it's all about juxtaposition. Like, look at this. This is beautiful. This is the same guy. This is the same guy, Hans-Peter Schepp. Oh, God, that's lovely. Oh, I'm not even showing you. I'm doing all this. I'm not even showing you what I'm looking at. I mean, look at this. So this is perfect. Like, I could do a dance with these two. Add to cart, baby. You know, when something is truly cinematic and inspiring, it's like you get really excited about it, and the story writes itself. You know, the story writes itself, and you're able to just kind of channel it in a way. You know, like the way that you channel dance, any kind of art form. You know, it's like just you find the imagery, you find the music. Okay, so now I got the music, I've got the imagery. Now we're gonna go back to the music site, which is Artlist. Now, I am personally really disorganized. I love the fact that this is so organized by like whatever I want. You know, there's weather, like you can never go wrong with good weather. Like how about storms? Thunder, gotta get some thunder. Just love the sound of thunder. Let's go for transitions. Let's go back. Water whoosh. No. Rising falls. No. Deep impact. It's kind of cool. Kind of cool for something. We don't get that one. How about exactly breathing? I think I already pulled a couple of breaths earlier. Just kind of thinking about this. That's nice. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go into Premiere and I'm going to lay in some temp sound effects right now just to show you. I'm probably going to go back and work on it again so you're not going to see the final thing. Now I'm going to play you guys this piece and you can see I've gone into my timeline. I've like laid out some shots. Now the thing about this contest is that you do have to use all their sound and their sound effects and music. That's what I'm going to do now is show you my first cut.
When I run from the pain, hide from the shame, I feel it in my body. And I just can't let go, tears start to flow, I feel it in my body. Girl, I feel this magic, and it's deep inside. Believe in magic. When I see your eyes, you know that it's magic. Feel it deep inside.
Okay, so that was my first cut, and I think that was pretty cool. But I also think that I can do better. If I was going to critique what I just did and what I just showed you, I would say that this is a contest about sound design. And so it's not necessarily supposed to be like a music video where the music is at the forefront the entire time. Music is super important to storytelling, and you can see how the lyrics lend itself to the images. But at the same time, this has to be about showcasing sound design skill too. So I'm going to go back in and layer a few things. Okay, so I took a little bit of a break and I went back in and I did a lot more layering. And sound design usually is going to be about having multiple layers of effects on top of each other and then finding the balance between that and the music. I also, as you can see here, I went into the music track and I've added some really long dissolves, and I've gone back and forth from some old radio elements and static and some reverb through Adobe Premiere, and then gone into create sort of a shifting sound environment throughout the whole thing. You know, the idea is to try to get inside these two people's heads and make the sound design very surrealistic. So it goes back and forth from being kind of a balanced, more music video-like quality, because I do really want to highlight this awesome music, to being a lot more kind of introspective and surrealist. So let's play that now, and then you can see what you think.
In and out of your mind, charged with powerful vibration.
When I run from the pain, hide from the shame, I feel it in my body.
Control your mind, your eyes, your body.
I feel it in my
In
body.
and out of your mind.
Girl, I feel this magic. And it's deep inside.
Control your mind.
'Cause I believe in magic.
Le silence est un luxe rare.
Really layered in a lot of effects now. So before there were maybe 2 or 3 levels of effects. Now there's got to be how many? Like almost 20. Almost 20 layers now of just sound, sound design. So this, I still wouldn't say that this by any means is the final product. After I'm done talking to you guys, I'll probably go back in and tweak the images again one more time, add a little bit more detailing, but I think this is closer to something that I like in terms of the sound design of this. Now let's kind of look at like what I did sound design wise. As you can see, I'm starting to use some voice elements. These were voice elements that I picked up on Artlist. It's like stuff like
In and out of your mind.
In and out of your mind is something I pulled from a mantra, and it's like
Powerful vibration.
I was literally cutting word by word.
Charged with powerful vibration.
What I did was I went into Adobe Premiere, I went into the audio panel, and I just added an old radio effect. I threw some reverb on it. Really love this kind of slow motion ethereal imagery combined with the ethereal sound.
In and out of your mind.
I'll sometimes offset the same effect twice to give it more of a reverb or some kind of a trippy effect or accent a certain word. So I came into the music track and I started shifting back and forth between, I wanted to kind of feel like you were going in and out of their imaginations through the sound. And I also wanted to be able to highlight effects at certain times and then push the music up at certain times. So it's all effects oriented. And then back to the music. And back out to the effects again. So, and the thunder, it just reminded me of this accentuation of her ballet dress and the way it was moving and ruffling. If I go down here to and he has this kind of like industrial fan going behind him with an HDMI, and there's just beautiful lighting. Kind of hyper real with the breathing that's really accentuated. It's nothing like what it would actually be in a real sound environment. Let's watch it one more time without the music. So I'm going to go ahead and mute the music, and then let's watch it together with just the sound effects.
In and out of your mind. Charged with powerful vibration. Control your mind, your eyes, your body. In and out of your mind. Control your mind.
Le silence est un luxe rare.
I love the little pop at the end with the static electricity. She's on his mind. Love that. And just the one more kind of very iconic imagery of her of her at the end, just really, really was very cool. And a lot of times things will happen by happy accidents. I think I found that because something was slightly off, and then I went, oh, that's great. Little known secret amongst, music editors and things like that is sometimes you just lay a track in and you have no idea what it'll do. And you just try stuff, and then the beats will hit in a certain way that is just utterly incredible and perfect and synchronous, and you couldn't have done it better if you tried it. So used a high-pass filter in here with her voice. So that's right here. You've got these two effects. So that's using a high-pass effect. You'll see the difference, even if I only remove just the high-pass. You can see that Artlist or whoever was the artist that contributed to Artlist put some sort of a weird effect on it that totally did not work for this piece. But when you use the high pass effect and notice I have two different versions of the voice, but I wanted to hit that word future twice, past and future, so I just doubled it up. So So it becomes much more of kind of like a whisper or something when you take the low end out of it. It just became a little bit more ethereal. That's why I did it that way. I used several different breath patterns and sometimes would cut individual breaths out of really inappropriate stuff that I wouldn't have used in here. But if you could find just a hint of the right breath at the right moment, you cut it and you add it in, and you can create breathing patterns and things like that by combining effects. So it's not, these are not just all stock in some ways. Let's look at the final sound design one more time.
In and out of your mind, charged with powerful vibration. Control your mind, your eyes, your body. In and out of your mind. Control your mind.
Le silence est un luxe rare.
If we watch it one last time with both the music and the effects, you can see how the music actually adds another layer of storytelling that I keep talking about.
In and out of your mind, charged with powerful vibration.
I run from the pain, hide from the shame. I feel it in my body.
Control your mind, your eyes, your body.
I feel it in my
In
body.
and out of your mind.
Girl, I feel this magic. And it's deep inside.
Control your mind.
'Cause I believe in magic.
Le silence est un luxe rare.
So there you go. I'm going to keep working on that for a little bit. I'm going to definitely add in a few more visuals and probably switch up the effects a little bit, but you get the idea. You know, sound design is all about layering and choosing whether or not you want the music to be on top or you want the effects to be on top. And in this case, I kind of wanted to showcase both just because I liked this music so much. And so I wanted to kind of go in and out of this sort of surrealist, dreamlike kind of environment that I was creating. It'll be up on the YouTube channel in the next few days. If you have any comments on this video, things that I can do better, things that you like, things you didn't like, please comment down below. I seriously appreciate your support, and I would love to see some of your ideas of what you come up with for this challenge, whether you miss the deadline or not. It's a 1-minute film doing sound design. Sound design is cool. You should be doing it. It's like 80% of your film. And feel free to do something and then link it below. I'll check it out. Maybe we can showcase it and talk about some of your work here on this channel. I'm happy to give feedback too. The tagline of this studio is, I'm another version of you. I believe strongly that you and I are more alike than apart, and we're better off that way. Whatever I can do, you can do it too, in your own way. What version of you do you want to be? It's your world, man. We just live in it. And if you've watched this long, as a bonus, I will let you name my short film. If you come up with a short film name that I like, I will credit you in the description. All you got to do is leave me some potential titles that you think work down in the description below.